Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's installment of Travel News Weekly by Turnpikes.com for May 4th, 2026. We start with our look at the cost of gas, which has taken a nasty turn for the worse over the past week. As of Monday morning, the average price for a gallon of regular unleaded was nearly $4.46 per gallon. Now, that is up over 34 cents in a single week, and it comes just as some will be making travel plans for Mother's Day. It was only a couple of weeks ago prices had been trickling downward on hopes of a resolution to the Iran war and an opening of the Strait of Hormuz, but that optimism did not last. The reversal in prices also hit diesel fuels, which is very bad news for truckers. Prices of diesel had been falling and at a slightly faster clip than gasoline. That trend is now going the other way. Diesel is once again rising in cost, but not as fast as regular gasoline, at least not this week. As of Monday morning, the national average cost of diesel was about $5.64 per gallon, which is up 19 cents versus last week. As we mentioned, Mother's Day is just around the corner, and those higher gas prices will mean a higher price for that Mother's Day bouquet. Florist shops in several cities around the country are being forced to raise prices this year to cover fuel costs. One florist in the Nashville area stated she had already paid about $1,000 more for fueling her refrigerated trucks this year, and the big rush is not till later this week. Some florists were trying to keep prices steady in the face of rising fuel costs, but with shipments coming to different parts of the U.S. from different places around the world, it has become impossible to prevent some increases. One wholesaler in California, this is a wholesaler, mind you, said he had increased the cost of a bouquet from $21 last year to $28 this year, and that is all due to the rising cost of gas. The cost of tolls will likely be going up for out-of-state drivers heading across New Hampshire's toll roads, and it is likely those increases could come as the summer driving season gets underway. As we reported last week, the New Hampshire House was set to vote, and now it has, on a Senate bill, SB 627, that would raise tolls on out-of-state drivers who are not using a New Hampshire E-ZPass, regardless of whether they have a transponder from another state. The measure passed on a voice vote in the full New Hampshire House last Tuesday after being given a nod the previous week by the House Ways and Means Committee. Ways and Means will again receive the bill to make any last-minute changes that have been negotiated. One provision expected to be included would allow for anyone who wants a New Hampshire E-ZPass and who wants to keep paying the current toll rates to be able to get a New Hampshire E-ZPass for free during calendar year 2027. Meanwhile, under the bill, tolls for non-residents would increase from $1 to $2 at the toll plazas in Bedford and Hooksett. That's on the Everett Turnpike. They would go from $2 to $4 in Hampton. That's the Blue Star Turnpike, and 75 cents to $1.50 in Dover and Rochester, and that is on the Spalding Turnpike. We will keep you posted as this story continues to develop. In case you missed it, a trucker from Illinois was due to make his initial court appearance Monday this week after being indicted in Ohio for failing to pay about $22,000 in back tolls. A grand jury in Williams County, Ohio, handed up the indictment for 39-year-old Moaf Musama, who will be charged with a single count of grand theft. The indictment alleges that he ran up about $21,991 in toll charges between April of 2024 and April this year. Authorities say they may seek forfeiture of Musama's 2012 Freightliner semi, saying it is a vehicle that was used in the commission of a felony. We'll keep tuned in to this particular case as it develops. Finally, this week, the Maryland Transportation Authority announced it is reopening bids for the next phase of the rebuild of the Francis Scott Key Bridge, noting the contractor they've used for Phase 1, Kiewit Infrastructure, will not be retained. The MDTA circulated an email over the past week stating that Kiewit's proposed charges for Phase 2 of the construction project were unacceptable, stating specifically, "It became clear through negotiations that Kiewit's proposal for Phase 2 construction is unacceptable, far exceeding the state's independent cost estimates." Kiewit will continue serving as contractor for Phase 1, which is set to conclude near the end of the year. The MDTA stated it would announce an industry forum for this month to share information with contractors about the updated procurement process. That will wrap things up for this week. As we mentioned, Mother's Day is coming up, and we want to extend our wishes to all the mothers for a very special day. Please drive safely and remember to avoid distracted driving. I'm Danny Pryor reporting for Turnpikes.com, the Turnpike Authority.